5 rules of investing that I live by, and that is what we're going to be talking about in today's video. So when it comes to investing, it's something that we all kind of know we should be doing, right? We hear how important it is all the time. But if you're a young person with average income and you're not like a finance major in college, it's hard to find good, sound financial and investing advice. Or the advice we do find is just confusing. So that is why I came up with these 5 rules that keep my investing simple and on the right track. I'll answer questions like when should you invest, how to invest when you hear words like market crash floating around on social media, and much more. If any of that sounds interesting to you, please consider leaving a like down below and comment. What are some investing rules that you guys follow? I just want to say a quick disclaimer, like all my videos, this isn't financial advice, this is just what I have done with my own money and my own habits and what has worked for me. And then one more thing, the goal of all these 5 rules I'm going to go over is just to stay consistent while minimizing the stress that comes with investing. Anyway, with that, let's get into the rules. Rule number 1, I invest every single month, no matter what. I don't care if it's been an expensive month for me and I can only invest $10 or $20, or if for some reason the market is down 30% or whatever. I'm not so much of a finance nerd that I put these strict rules on myself, like it has to be the first day of every month or the second day of every week or anything like that. It doesn't really matter the frequency that I'm investing as long as I am doing it every month, month after month after month. Consistency is the only thing that I care about. Something that I recommend all of you guys do is automate your Roth IRA contributions. The Roth IRA is just the tax, optimized account that I invest through, and I have it linked to my bank account, so I think it's the first day of every month, it takes out a set amount of money, right now it's $50, and automatically adds it to my investments without me even thinking about it, so it just gets treated like a bill in my mind. We can always come up with some excuse to not invest and something our money could be better put towards, but if we automate it and make it consistently a habit every month, we can make sure that we're always investing. And why is this important? There's this old investing idea that time in the market beats timing the market, which basically means that the stock market is going to go up and it's going to go down. And of course, you want to try and buy low and sell high to make as much money as possible. But since nobody can predict when that's going to happen, the people who just keep their money invested the whole time for years and years and years end up doing way better than anyone who can just try and pick those highs and lows. And so the rule I follow is just keep putting money in month after month, and that way I'll make sure I'll always be invested no matter what the market does, and I can just ride it up over time. Alright, jumping into investing rule number 2 that I follow, and that's that I never invest money that I'll need soon, such as in the next year or even months. I'm not stupid. Obviously, we need money short term for like our bills and our utilities and our rent and then the random emergencies that come up, along with all the fun things that we spend money on. And that's why it's important to allot enough money to cover all that stuff before you even start investing. And that way I'm only investing the extra money, the money that I don't need till probably years from now. Any money that I'll need in the short term, as in a couple months to a year from now, like the $5,000 I'll need to pay my tuition in the spring, or like a car payment if I had that, that would go into a savings account, specifically a high yield savings account, where I can always access it. Investing your money is technically risky. It can go up in value, but it can also go down in value. And if you're constantly buying and selling your investments, you could be paying capital gains taxes or penalties from withdrawing money too early. Another rule I follow, if investing is considered short-term, it's probably just gambling, and any real investing that I should be doing is meant to be done over years and years. And so I should only use money that I won't need for that period of time. Jumping into rule number 3, and this one I think might be the most important one. I keep my investing so simple. I get it, a lot of people make a lot of money on investing, so it's easy to feel pressured to try and pick the next big winners from individual stocks so you can 3x or 10x your money in a matter of months or a year. Predicting that Nvidia back in 2018 would grow 200% is just not realistic for most of us, if anybody. And plus, having a stock portfolio of a bunch of individual stocks is risky, and if you're not always checking the company's financial statements, you don't really know how good they're actually doing if you're not an expert. Not to mention, all of that is confusing and difficult to keep track of. So now I put all of my money into index funds like VOO, SCHD, or VTI. These are all index funds, which are huge bundles of stocks. So my money is invested across hundreds, if not thousands of companies all at the same time. So I don't have to try and pick the winners. I can just let the market pick the winners and invest in the market. Personally, in my Roth and in my brokerage, I hold mostly an index fund called VOO, which tracks the S&P 500, which is the 500 largest companies in America. In this way, I don't have to check my portfolio every day, watching it go up and down and get really nervous watching it go down. Even huge crashes of the American stock market, like back in March of 2020, have always recovered in a matter of months, and the downturn back then looks like nothing today. And that's why I follow this rule. I just put my money somewhere reliable and let it compound over years. Okay, rule number 4, and that is I always ignore the noise, as in all the scary news we hear on social media and on the news. And this happens all the time with people I've known or people I've seen online. All the media we watch today, like TikTok or X or the news, always create false urgency around investing because anytime the economy does anything weird, even if it's just a few points in one direction, they put so much urgency on the decisions that we should be making entirely to get attention and get clicks and stuff. It's all about hype. And I just stick to my plan, playing the long game and dollar cost averaging, just investing consistently year after year. You can save yourself a ton of stress on red days in the market when it's going down and see it for what it really is, a chance to buy all these stocks and ETFs on a discount. And when the market is green, you can see it as an opportunity to just keep buying and just keep riding the market up. And that brings us to our 5th and final rule that I follow for investing, and that is find your why for investing. It's really hard to keep doing this, sacrificing all this money now if you don't have a clear reason for doing it. Like, yeah, you could be spending all this money now on fun rather than investing it for your future. And my reasoning isn't because I want to be rich or have a huge pile of money. It's because I want freedom, and investing is one of the ways I'm getting there. I'm just trying to escape the 9-to-5 grind as early as possible and live the rest of my life on my own terms, in financial independence. And every dollar that I invest now, no matter how small the amount, is just one more step toward building my financially free future. And especially since I'm investing money when I'm so young, it has years to compound. So every dollar I invest now is going to be worth 20 or 30 or maybe even 40 further in my retirement. Of course, like everybody else, I want to get rich quick overnight and pick the next stock, the Nvidia that blows up, but I know that's not realistic, and I'm just going to follow the dependable path of long-term investing, just consistently investing month after month, like I've said 100 times in this video. And there we go. Those are the 5 rules of investing that I live by. Investing every month, no matter what, not investing money that I'll need soon, keeping it very simple, ignoring all the noise around me, and finding my why. My own investments have grown pretty steadily over the past 3 or 4 years, just by following these rules. And it's made investing, which could be a stressful topic for some people, very stress-free for me. At the end of the day, investing can seem kind of overwhelming for some people, but I think if you just start and keep it simple, it can work out very well for all of us. Anyway, that's all I've got for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, again, drop a like down below, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you all in the next one. Adios, guys.